So we're here in Vegas, hanging out at the pool. We're here at Palazzo, next to Encore, Wynn, and we got Venetian behind us. But I just posted a video, and I was reading the comments, and a lot of people were asking questions about how Amazon could get away with stealing products from Amazon sellers. And there's a lot that goes into that, and it would be a very long video to answer all those questions, but let's just put it this way. Amazon and big companies, or anybody for that matter, can pretty much do whatever they want to do whenever they want to do it. The question comes down to how far is whoever products you're stealing, whoever's idea you're stealing, whatever business you're stealing from, do they have the knowledge? Do they have the education? Do they have the financial wherewithal to even fight it? Because Amazon could literally blatantly say, we're going to steal it. Flat out, we're going to steal your product. We're going to crush your business and sue me, bro. And you have to take up the fight with Amazon. You got to decide, is it worth it? You know, is the juice worth the squeeze? It's very interesting because we're here in Vegas and we see people spending a lot of money. And we heard the guy next to us saying that he was in a poker tournament and he was betting around like $500 a hand. But this is his job, so to speak. He was a software tech engineer in California, and then he comes to Vegas for fun, but for business, so to speak. And he basically earns even more money than he probably already does in the tech field here, playing poker. I don't even know if I would call it gambling, because if you're at a high level and you're being invited and you're in high roller, high limit rooms, $500 a hand and up, I think that's a business at that point besides just gambling. But regardless, getting back to what it takes to succeed and fail on Amazon comes down to Amazon. They don't even like, and this is not just Amazon, this is business in general. We stayed at a KOA campsite and we were talking to the manager of the campsite, and he pointed out the businesses around the surrounding businesses, one of which was a tire shop. And the tire shop was on a very valuable piece of land that was very desirable right next to Interstate 5 in California, and many people wanted his land. They offered to buy his land for 4 to 5 times more than what he had paid for it just a few months ago, and he declined. Well, after several attempts and multiple rejections, this business owner finally told the interested buyers, or I don't even know if I really call them buyers because he wasn't selling. He says no. They finally, one of them came to him and said, you know what? You can keep this property. You can have it. I don't want it. I don't need it. I'll buy the one next to you that has nothing on it. I'll build a tire shop. I'll undercut you by half price. I'll put you out of business, and then I'll take your property. I'll take it. I'll just take it away from you. You'll be begging me to buy it. And this is an accurate story in business, and possibly in life in general, as we see the economy and things get tougher and tougher as days go by. But Amazon could literally go to sellers, and Amazon has the data. If you want to make it big on Amazon, you're loading Amazon up with all the data that ultimately makes you successful on the platform. They have the data. So they don't necessarily have to steal your product, but they can learn from your product and develop your product at far lower costs. And even if they decided to and they wanted to, they could sell your same product for less than what you buy it for, put you out of business, and then they control the market, and then they can drive the price back up. And this is part of my previous video. You might want to go check it out on what Amazon's doing to particular products, especially particular prepping products, very popular prep products that are coming about. And you got to think, most of the products that are coming from Amazon, that you buy on Amazon, are coming from China. And China's supply chain is suffering. And China's economy is suffering. And if we see more trouble out of China, coupled with transportation issues stemming from possible railroad, BNSF, Union Pacific, Norfolk Southern Railroad, planned work stoppages and strikes, and just pretty much a halt to transportation in our supply chain and movement of our supply chain. With the ports and shipping containers and rail cars already loaded up and backed up with old inventory that nobody even wants anymore. Amazon sees the writing on the wall, and they're going to corner the market as far as production goes out of China, and they'll go to your provider, which we can do a deep dive and break down on how to start an Amazon seller account, start selling on FBA, fulfillment by Amazon, start developing products, start negotiating with manufacturers in China to build these products and then ship them, get them barcoded and sold on the platform. How to optimize the product pages and listings, and also how to get good quality reviews without paying for them and being ultimately subject to lawsuits, as Amazon is suing many Facebook groups for claiming fake reviews, driving up sales. But if Amazon notices this and they see this, they have the ability, they have the power, they have the financial means, the capital, the cash flow, the retained earnings. They have the credit. They have everything they need to go and look at every top seller on their platform, redevelop their products, take their listing formats, take their listing copy and descriptions, take everything, do it 10% better than them, sell it for 10% less than them, wipe them out, and then corner the market moving forward. It would hurt the platform tremendously, it would hurt the credibility. I don't see it happening, but the fact of the matter is they could do it. And this is how companies, businesses can go about stealing other people's products without actually stealing them. They copy them to a degree and sell them for a loss to gain the market share, to then, once they own the market share and they've eliminated their competition, then they'll control the price and drive it up through some price gouging and inflation. This is a realistic problem that we are facing that is going to be becoming more and more apparent as time goes on, and our supply chain continues to struggle to rebound from the pandemic, and businesses get desperate and money gets tight, and the Fed is raising interest rates and it costs more to borrow money, and at the end of the day, especially Amazon, these public companies, they got to keep revenues up, they got to keep shareholders happy, and they're going to do what they have to do to stay on top. And in order to make it to the top, unfortunately, sometimes you got to climb on and step on a few people to get there. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the bottom line and the financial reports and profit, dollars, money. They don't care. They have no feelings. They're about making billions and billions of dollars, and they don't care how many people it hurts in the process. Doesn't matter how many people it hurts, how many businesses they put out of business, how many families they force into poverty, into homelessness, and unable to buy food and groceries, and their pantries will be empty, and they'll be living on the streets and evicted and foreclosed on. It's business, and this is what business is going to do. There are some businesses out there that have morals and are, not interested in destroying the world, but the most of these businesses are about making money, staying in business at all costs. And if you are a competing business, you need to understand that, because you are vulnerable, you are at risk, you are a target. If you are a competing business and you are successful, you have to understand that you are a target, and you need to be doing as much as you can to protect yourself against certain threats. One of which being, most sellers on Amazon, they lack a critical component that protects them tremendously against wrongdoing by other sellers and or the Amazon FBA platform. And it's a patent. Most successful sellers on Amazon don't know they're going to be successful when they start. They have to try. But once they try and they succeed, then the ball kind of rolls, the snowball starts to build. But you don't want to build a product and apply for a patent unless you know for a fact that it's just a winner. It's just, untouchable. But for the most part, you're going to do your research. You're going to start negotiating with manufacturers. You're going to start building out the product. You're going to start supplying Amazon with inventory, and then you're going to sit there and hope that you get a return on your investment. But if you do and you start becoming profitable, most are not thinking that, hey, I need to patent this. Most are thinking, I need to replenish this, and fast. And that is what most of these sellers lack, are patents that protect them against companies like Amazon and competitive businesses that are eyeing you to see what you're doing to steal your idea and use it for their own personal gain and your demise, your peril. But that would be a topic for another subject. Patents, trademarks, licensing, all these are important components of a successful small business and the future and survival of a successful small business, ultimately a big business, because a lot of small businesses have become big businesses and have received huge buyouts as a result of growing their products on Amazon. Ring, for one, is one of those products. Ring started out as a small company and then they got bought out. And, it's because of Amazon, and it put them in a great position to do that. There's several other companies that have done the same, and more will do it in the future. But those companies have positioned themselves and protected themselves for such, so that they do end up seeing buyouts and huge paydays, whereas others will see copies, clones, and rip-off knockoffs, and then start to see their sales go down, and then maybe start seeing similar products, similar descriptions with a Amazon Basic tag to it, and their sales going up before they're just completely phased out. But if you guys want to know more about this and more about, how you can position yourself, start earning some serious cash on the side with a little side hustle, small business, passive income stream. If you want to know more about selling on Amazon FBA, if you want to know how these guys are out here in Vegas, dropping $500 a hand, we've seen so many people. We saw a guy the other day pull up in I don't remember the name of the store, but he pulled up in this watch store, and we were just sitting there walking around wasting time, and they had a watch in there. The guy was like, yeah, it's a limited edition Ulysses Nardin watch. If you're interested, it's only $25,000. I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested. But this other guy walks in and he opens up this bag, and I swear he was about to pull out like millions of dollars in cash in this bag. But then either way, this is how they roll out here. And for some, they have it. Some people, they have it, they have the ability, and they come out here and they actually leave with more money than they showed up with. And they can turn it into a business. But, not everybody's capable of doing that. A lot of people are here for fun, for vacation, a getaway, and that's fine too. But if you're here to gamble, I'm not giving you financial advice or anything like that, but I would advise against it. If you want to come here and put a 20 in a slot machine and just see what happens and walk away, that's fine. But, putting your life and your family's livelihood and your savings and your investments and your future and your rent and your mortgage payments and, money you need on the line, playing blackjack, roulette, poker, whatever game it is, I would highly advise against that. But if you guys want to know how to make money, real money, hit me up. My information's in the description below. You know how to contact me, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye.